So TheSilphRoad has recently released a new badge named Money Bags that requires you to get your total XP to a multiple of 1,000,000. Basically what it means is that you need to have the first 6 digits of your total XP be 0. This sounds simple enough, until you notice that most of the XP sources gives even numbers of XP and your total XP is most likely an odd number. The first thing you should do is get your first digit to either 0. Then the second digit to 0 and then the third. I would recommend you start looking into doing this when you are around 20k XP away from turning 1,000,000, so you have some room for errors and such. When you get around 50k off, I would recommend not putting on new eggs or doing friendship stuff, so you don't go over and have to wait for another 1,000,000 XP to try again. Now the hardest part is to get the first 2 digits, from there you should be able to use the cheap evolves to gain the last XP you need or any other evolves you'd need to get done. To get the first digit to a 0 from an odd number, you need to spin gems. It's not that easy, as different gems gives a different amount of XP. The amount of XP is depending on what team is controlling the gem and what your badge level is. For example here, spinning a gem you have a silver badge on, that is controlled by an opposing team gives you 94 XP. To find gems near you that are different levels of badges I suggest using the in-game gem map. I've made a Google Sheets that shows the gems you'd need to spin in order to get the first 2 or 3 digits to 0. We'll start off with the top here. You put your total XP in the A1 cell and it will calculate how far you are away from your next 1,000,000 attempt. And you can see here what types of gems you need to spin and how many times you need to spin them. You can see the colors of the cell change when you get a number that is favorable. After you spun gems to make your first digit 0, then go for the second digit either to 0 or to 5. After getting the 2 first digits to 0, then you can go for getting the third digit to 0. Here I recommend doing catches as they give a bit more XP. They are in the bottom part of the sheet. Here you can see what types of catches you need to do. What I did was when encountering a Pokémon, I'd throw a normal ball away off to the side, so I didn't get the first throw XP of 50. But you can do this if you need the 50 XP. Then I would golden raspberry it and use ultra balls to make sure I didn't get the flea XP of 25. Might be a bit overkill but would rather spend the resource to do this first try. I also didn't throw curveballs. When catching, beware of your daily streak bonus if you are close to the 1,000,000 shift. Then when you reach 3 zeros you can start doing things that gives you XP in the thousands. When I reached this point I was 50k XP away, so I put a lucky egg on and evolved until I only had a couple of evolves left. Then I made sure that nothing would randomly give me XP, like friends opening gifts or eggs hatching. And I started screen recording on my profile to show that I was only 1 evolve away, then evolved the last one, and showed the XP at 44 million precisely. I have put the sheets in the description, so you can input your own data. Good luck and good hunting.